I will always be a woman that promote to other women or to men that being single is a better route, because it is a better way to elevation. Because what happens is most people that you're going to invite into your life, they're going to disrupt your peace and that elevation, that growth, you know what I'm saying, for self. They're going to disrupt that, because we are living in a climate that humanity is dangerous and damaged. Basically, it's damaged. People are damaged. So the thing is, if you are escaping the traumas, you know, from your family, your bloodline, and your parents with their ways and their trauma, their childhood trauma, and so they act the way that they act with you, then you realize you're outgrowing your parents. What do you think you're doing with the average person, like your peers? More than likely, if you're outgrowing your parents, you're probably outgrowing a lot of your peers as well. Because people, you know what I'm saying, talk about growth and all of that healing stuff and peace. That's just a talk. But when you meet people that actually live that way, and they're actually flowing, like flowing in their life, like the fruit in their life is showing. Like, that's not in the average person's life. You know what I'm saying? The average person talks about it, but to live it, nah, most people don't. And you cannot grow the way you need to when you invite people in your life. I'm telling you, in this climate, because most people are damaged. And most people don't want to do work. That's why we're talking about accountability so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I promote being single until your time comes. You know, meaning this is a divine thing. In the book of life, for you to meet this person, y'all to come together. I believe in that. I know that's true. You know, that's a real thing. So you spending all these years trying to be with somebody and trying to grow with them. Why can't you just grow by yourself? And they might say 2 is better than 1. I don't believe that either. I know where you get it from. You probably got it somewhere out of the Bible, but I don't believe that, because in my belief, I know that the Bible is talking about people who are whole, not 2 damaged people. Have you ever seen 2 people have a kid that you think, like, why did they have a kid together? That was a bad thing. That's what I mean by that. 1 person can be smarter than 2 people. And when you are single and you're flowing, you know, you have that flow in your life. You're glowing, you are fruitful, and you have this peace within you. And it just shows. It can tell when you're well within your soul and your heart is in a good posture. Your heart is not broken. Your spirit is not broken. People can see that. And did you know that people can be jealous of that peace that you have? They can be jealous of that stability. And this is why some people will see you and they want to come into your life. Some people want to come into your life to disrupt that flow. They want to mess it up. Some people hate that because they don't have it. And that's a real thing. So when you invite people into your life, you got to be mindful of this. And sometimes you are in, there's people, they're in relationships right now. There is no peace in that relationship because there's one person that still deal with a lot of insecurity, or both. Let's just both, more than likely dealing with insecurities. And you got this one person who think that everything you say and do, you're trying to attack them. I just had this conversation the other day. People who always feel they're always on defense. You're dealing with people who's always on defense and survival mode. They got to hit you before you hit them. That is the average relationship. So you will never get me to think being in relationships is better than being single. You know what I'm saying? I did so much better when I got by myself, especially if you're in a society of people that is damaged. Like, it's dangerous. It's dead here. And this is why people will seek you out when you have a light. You know what I'm saying? That light shines. They will seek you out because they're looking for a place to be restored. You see what I mean? Because most people are in a desert. They woe out. So they see your light. They see your light like the gas station. They've been going for miles and miles and miles. Like I said, it's like a rest stop. You're like a rest stop. They see these lights on. Everything is vibrant. It's popping. And they need to stop by. They need to stop in here because in your facility, you have what they need. You know what I'm saying? To be restored. And they see that. And the more they come in and pull from you, the more that goes out of you. You get what I mean? So you will never get me to believe that unless it's 2 whole people. Now, I believe in 2 people coming together that are whole. You know what I'm saying? But just the average people, absolutely not. You will never get me to think that being in a relationship is better. You know what I'm saying? You be outdoing 2 people. One person outdoing 3 people who in a relationship right now all together. That poly stuff. 3 people, you outdoing them. Because everybody's still dealing with all these demons and being damaged. Nah, you will never get me to think that. Like, that has been this, talk for all, all my life. It's always been a talk about two people coming together and, two is better than one or this and that. It's not real. When you live life and experience and see how everybody live, you realize it ain't real. You're better off by yourself. You grow better. You shine better. You're more fruitful. And people see your garden and now they want to come over here and pick out your garden and they want to eat. Nah, you can't do that. They'll come and take you. They'll come eat you out of house and home, take everything from you, leave you with nothing. Everything you done worked up and built. I'm telling you, these people out here ruthless. These people is ruthless. And then to think of you trying to be married and trying to get your name and documents mixed with somebody and everything you be working on and accomplish. Man, people get real nasty out here. And that's just facts, man. I don't promote just trying to go out here and be married just because I believe in God. I don't promote stuff like that because I look at the world for what it really. I look at people for what it is. What it is, what I see. So that type of stuff, like they say, the important thing in life is choosing your life partner. That's a real thing. Like you sit out here and just go off of emotions and we look good together, we're gonna have cute kids, man. If you still on that, your mindset still like that, you deserve everything that's gonna come with it. And I ain't trying to be mean or nothing, but I'm just being real because at this point you should know better. You still acting like the 7th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. We cute together. We had cute, baby. You still acting like that, and you don't think about DNA. That matters too. Who you having kids with? What their DNA like? What their bloodline like? What run through their family? That matters. It matters. I guarantee you know now because more people done went out here and experienced that life that everybody kept promoting. They kept promoting this life. You thought that was the way of life. Go grow up, be with somebody, have kids, do this and do that, invite people in your home, y'all live together. You thought that was the life. Having kids with somebody, that's important because what that DNA do, what that bloodline like. Now see what I'm saying? As you get older and wiser, you realize a lot of these things are very important. Just like taking care of your body, your temple, just like your eyes, your teeth, you know what I'm saying? Everything, your hair, taking care of everything. A lot of that stuff you realize how important it is as you get older. You see what I'm saying? In our youth, we out here just wilding. See, nah, that YOLO, you only live once. Yeah, exactly. That's why I want to try to live the best I can. That's the mindset. That mindset right there. Those are the people you following. They don't know no better. So no, single is the way to go if you want to remain peaceful and be fruitful. Because like I say, the more you stay single, the more you wise up, the more your spiritual eyes open, the more you can see people for who they are when they try to come in here and get in your garden. Don't let them in your garden. Catch them diamonds.